2, 3.
Cheese.
Boo.
I know, I said
That was weak, brother. One more time. 1, 2, 3.
Cheese.
There they go. Good job.
All right.
Good afternoon. We're going to have a great training. I think we're going to have a lot of fun today. And I, again, appreciate everybody coming. Safe travels. I know we had to fight a little bit of traffic here on Friday, but we're setting a great foundation for our business. And we all want to be on the same page and ground up a lot of new agents. And we want to make sure we're getting you going in the right direction. We got a great leadership team in the room. Everybody get a chance to hear from today. So, but you all, this is our executive senior director. Dr. Larry D. Griffin and his lovely wife, Miss Ball. That's Mama Ball right there, and that's their grandson. A quick story on Griff. Like I say, we talked about you before you got. That's our foundation. But Griff's daughter and Ball's daughter went to college. We went to college together at USC Upstate, and but y'all gonna hear from Griff in a little while. Like I said, he's the foundation for us in this business. I know Geraldine, I know Frankie, I know Tawana will tell you the same thing. So pleasure to have you, Griff, because we need this. And that's why it's real important that I wanted Griffith. Like we talked about, this is our foundation meeting, right? We're building the foundation of our house, of our kingdom, our castle. And our foundation can't get no more solid with the influx of Mr. Larry D. Griffin. And so I want y'all to put your hands together. This is our executive senior director, Dr. Larry D. Griffin. Floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
How are you now?
What's the old saying? I'm fair and partly missing or something like that.
He gonna have all kind of stuff. He said the kettle potted in the black kettle pot, the wagon make noise without no wheels, and Carter got more pills than liver pills. He got all kind of stuff for y'all. You just got to sift through it because there's some good stuff now.
Yeah, y'all won't get all that today. How y'all doing? Y'all feeling well? Man, it's a pleasure to come up here and talk to y'all and see some of the old faces that I grew up with. Amen. I was listening to some of the stories that you guys have, and there's some impelling stories. If y'all looking for Dale Hawkins, Dr. Hawkins, that ain't me. I'm not one of them persons like he said. I want to speak the truth. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible, and I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying so that you don't make a mistake and blame it on me. All right, I've been in this business now with Lincoln. I've been in the insurance business over 40-some years. I know I only look 25, but really, I've been in business 40 years, 40 plus years. I've been with Lincoln now, October will be 17 years. Now, when we came into Lincoln, Dale and I were coming from financial services industry, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and all that kind of stuff. So the strange part about coming to work in Lincoln was we came back to something that we ran from for 15, 20 years because we could not see becoming financially independent on $25 a month. That just didn't ring. So we jumped in the ocean with the big fish and got ate up. We were doing financial services out there, but we had a disadvantage of doing financial services because everybody who had money took it to the big brokers. The black people had money, didn't think we knew what we was talking about, so they took it to the big brokers. So we're fishing and trying to get business out of people that we basically knew who was retiring and rolling over funds and stuff like that. That's how we got it. So Hawk and I talked, and we figured out we didn't have a retirement plan. And he talked to Dr. Wilson. Dr. Wilson invited us in and took control. So we came in with the intentions of being financially independent in 10 years. If y'all see Dale's, I think his email, it's retire in 10 years. Now that was our goal when we came in with a flat on the floor. We didn't have a whole lot of nothing but talk. And we had a gift of gab. So when we came in with nothing, and this is where Dale and I did our test runs to see whether or not Lincoln was telling the truth. We didn't want to do it where everybody saw it. So we came up here in Travelers Rest. Never forget it. We stayed in a little hotel off of one of them streets over there. And we come up here for 3 or 4 days and work the area to see whether or not what they said about the leads was true. We found out that they were true. Now I know some of y'all came in, I don't even think they have them anymore. TV?
TV league. Randomly, yeah.
Well, see, what we came in with, we came in from an office. So I'm gonna touch a whole lot of bases with a lot of y'all. We came in from an office, and now we talk about knocking on doors, running leads. That running leads was something that we just cast out. We figured that was for weak people. You're gonna lead, man, shoot, that's easy. You're gonna lead. We grew up, we grew up on door knocks and referrals. There were no leads. So if you made money back in the day, you was either door knocking or you're getting referrals. The person that probably made the most money is the person that gets the most referrals. And that stands true today. If you get a lot of referrals, that gives you a big book of people you can go see, even if you don't have a lead. Now, Mr. Wilson, he kept talking about, he had 500 leads he can go to it every day. 500 leads, you generated your referral base of 500 people. 500 people. So we had a meeting because we didn't have all these meetings like we're having now. There was one meeting, Sumter, South Carolina. Wherever you were from, Sumter, South Carolina is where you had to go. Mr. Wilson came in a meeting one day. He said, I got $10,000 in this briefcase. If anybody can show me your list of 500 referrals, it's yours. No, he took that money back home, right? Nobody had the referral list. Nobody, we heard it, but we didn't take it serious. But as this industry goes on and leads become even more difficult to get, leads get more spread out, it's gonna be great if you got a referral base, okay? Now, I want you to write this down. I don't know how you get your numbers every month, but I coined something a long time ago. They forgot about it already. They're getting old. I created, if I ask you what your C number is, what would you say, Vanessa? C number. Okay, good. How about this is what we're doing. How much premium can you write every month? I don't care if things just fall apart and everything's tough. How much premium you gonna give the team? 8,000. That's your C number. You can see doing 8,000 every month regardless of the situation, right? Okay, what's your want number? 20,000. C number is 8. He wants to do 20. So we got a C and a want, right? The one that nobody thinks about is the last one, which is faith. What's your faith number? Now, before you give me your faith number, remember, your faith number is a number that you don't even see happening. I mean, the moon got to line up with the stars, the cow got to jump over all of that in order for me to get the C number. But I have belief and I have faith. So, if all of y'all write down what y'all C number is, and then write down what your want number is, and then your faith number. Now make sure that faith number is something that you really, really, really got to stretch to get. You done? Question. Which one of those numbers am I going after? Which one of these numbers am I going after? Faith? Faith?
I'm probably going after my C number.
You go to the C number? Okay. Well, the answer is faith. Because if I go after, what's your faith number? 250. A month? 250,000?
You said faith? You said you got faith.
Hold up. Lord have mercy. I'm just, man, you done fell out the Bible. Okay. Well, this ain't no team. This is individual. $250,000 a month. If you get close, we'll find you in the hospital. In the psychiatric ward. Because you didn't get no sleep. You didn't eat nothing. In order for you to get $250,000 of premium in 1 month. Okay, you want to go after your faith number, you want to go after your faith number because if I concentrate, if Bunte's faith number is 50,000, if he concentrates on going at 50,000, guess what's going to happen to your C number? What's going to happen to your alt number? It's going to disappear. Why? Your concentration is on that 40. So we don't want to concentrate on the C number because the C number, once you get, say, $8,000, you get $7,599. You can't find the other $1,000. I mean, if you set 8, you go after 8, then you're gonna be 8 or below. Your mind has its own system. And if you're telling your mind, I gotta get 8,000, I gotta get 8,000, now you're concentrating on 8,000, and everything that you've done seems to fall apart. All the cases though, the people ain't home, come back and see me at the end of the month, you can't find none of them jokers. You're gonna end up with 8,000 or less. But if you go, now I'm telling you the secret now. Y'all don't know whether y'all gonna do it or not. Y'all gotta determine what your C, faith, and want number is. C, want, and faith number. And then you have to go after your faith number. Regardless of what everybody say, you go after the faith number if you go into production. If you want to hit the big numbers, you got to think what? You got to think big, but not like the money.
That's Tony.
Yeah.
That's Tony. That's Javante over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Tony. Not like Tony. Devontae, Georgia boy. Yes, sir. All right. You got to think real big. Now, I know some of y'all already know everything. I did too. It's kind of like everybody can hit a home run. Y'all know baseball, right? Everybody can hit a home run or throw a touchdown pass or catch a touchdown pass until it's time to suit up. So if you're talking to people outside, man, I got that. And then when you put them in the game, they disappear. Now that's the situation that we don't want. By the way, why am I here? This is your meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of your team?
Smalls Caldwell Group. Caldwell Smalls Group.
Okay, which one is it?
Caldwell Smalls Group.
Caldwell Smalls. Caldwell Smalls is a part of
Spurgeon Group.
Spurgeon Group. Spurgeon Group.
It's a part of Griff.
Now,
Jim.
everybody say Griff, but y'all gonna see it on the bulletin as Jim's Financial Services. GEMMS, Financial Services. Last year we did over 8 mil. This year we're gonna be looking at 12 mil. We're gonna be looking at 12 mil because you guys are gonna do better. You guys are gonna do great. If you do great, we do great. You know, the whole thing I'm up here is to find out who the studs and studettes are and get them to reach to the top. Because as you talking about promotions here and promotions there, that's gonna be important only to get to the next level. Ain't no different income. You still make your own income, but it allows you to go to the next level. And the final level is director, then senior director. And then I don't know what they're gonna have after that. But it's not an increase in income, it's an increase in stature. Now, all of you can go around right now and call yourself a team leader. You gotta go at it. But by the 8th of the month, when the bulletin come out, it's gonna show you up. It's gonna show you up. There's one thing about this insurance business also is it really tells you how good you are. You can say I'm great, you can say I can do all this business, right? But the business is gonna tell whether or not you're good or not. Now, don't be like some of the people blaming on the process, blaming on your manager, blaming on your director, blaming on I woke up this morning, blaming on something. Don't be like that. I'm gonna close with this, unless you guys have any questions. I've been hearing you talk about the system and the process. System and the process. Do you understand the system and the process? Not just the words, do you understand what it means? I'll be taking answers on that. Who can tell me what the system is? You finna read that? Huh? You finna read that?
I was, absolutely.
Angie,
Yes,
how long you been in business?
a year.
Okay. What you said, Devontae? I mean, what you said, right?
I was asking a clarification of the question. When you talking about the system and process, you talking about the Lincoln system, the
Yeah.
business of this business.
The system that you just finished standing up here talking about. You in the system, Follow the process. What is the system and what is the process? System is what? Go to work. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Get your leads, go to the lead, start knocking all the doors on one side, knocking all the doors on the other side, and then go to all the rest of your leads, and then circle back around by the end of the day. That's the daily process.
You been to boot camp?
Yes, I have.
You heard that from Fred, ain't it?
I did, didn't I?
Okay. Now, is that what you guys were talking about when y'all said follow the system? Follow the process. Trust the process. What are you trusting?
Seeing what's already been done.
Okay. You're seeing what's already been done. So the process or the system, how many of you believe that it's true? Okay. I'm a product of that, so I know it's true. Dari is a product of that. I know it's true. Hawk is a product of that. I know it's true. Brad, so forth. Now, if that is the case, you know it's true, and you understand what the process means. I still didn't get the definition for the system, though. Because the system starts when? The total system.
You first getting recruited.
You got to get a recruit. And when you get a recruit, what? Now I'm going to show you the system and the process. Once you get a recruit, what do? Now you guys should know this backwards and forward because Dari talks about it every Thursday morning, him and Bible. Okay? All right. So we got a recruit now. What do you do? Get them on the Zoom.
Three-way.
Three-way. Events. Next scheduled event. You want to get them to it, right? Now, what is that? Nope. Before it's boot camp. Study material. They got to get the study material unless they're already licensed. Once they get the study material, pass the test, then we go where?
Boot camp.
Boot camp. Yeah, boot camp got to be first because they can't get no leave. So where are we now? We down to boot camp. I finished boot camp, and what's the next step? Field train. Now, if you recruited the person, does that mean you're going to field train them? Not necessarily, because you are a great salesman does not automatically make you a great field trainer. We've lost a lot of people because they brought them in and they thought they could train them, and they trained them exactly what they were doing, which was zero, and they gone out the business because they didn't get the proper training. So I got training. How many days are you gonna do training? 3 days. 3 days. After 3 days, what happens? Well, in these 3 days, I'm training you. What's happening? What are we doing in these 3 days? Okay, now, Geraldine is training me, and at the end of the 3 days, Geraldine said he ain't ready. Do she turn me loose? What she do is she report it to the manager. He's not ready to go in the field because he's going to accumulate a large lead balance. Now people say, well, they won't give me no leads, they won't give me no leads. I tell people this, leads is not the problem. You the problem. The debt is not the problem. You the problem. Because if you get the leads and make a sale, Lincoln is already going to help you pay it off, right? So y'all started chart coming in, so much money here, so much money there. When you get the debt paid, then you get the full benefit, full coverage. We don't get to the full coverage. Now, if you're going to be in this business long run, long term, the long-term vision in this room is what? Where y'all want to be?
Financially free.
How's that going to make it? How's it going to happen? Y'all ever heard residual income? That's what's going to make you rich. Residual income is what's going to make you rich. The sales that y'all making, no matter how many of them, the sales is for your bills every day. When you get your monthly residual, you don't need to touch that. See, you can't work this business based on your residual, because your residual will go down if you don't put work in it. People die, people drop the policy, so your residual income comes down. So you got to put your focus on absolutely keeping in touch with what's going on. So we're gonna stay away from, we're here for residual income. The residual income is, y'all hear them talking about $50,000 a month before you get up out the bed, $100,000 a month before you get up out the bed. So you're talking about $100,000 a month, $50,000 a month. That's before the team does anything. That's where you want to be. That's what your strive should be. See, you could be a salesman all your life, but you'll never get what the person does who gets residual income. Now, I'm a candidate for the talk about being sick and being out. I've been out technically, that's probably why you're not seeing me. I've been out 5 years. 5 years. Started in 19 with my wife. She had triple bypass, heart surgery. I took off the whole year to make sure she was okay. The next year, I had brain surgery. I told them at the time, no, I had back surgery, right? Next year I had back surgery. I'm still recuperating from that. Then the following year I had brain surgery. Now I told them jokers that y'all just practicing, because there ain't nothing up there y'all go see. They ain't got no brain, it gone. But they did it anyway. They went on operated, I had the brain surgery. They took a, I don't know what you call it. Well, yeah, they took a cyst off my pituitary. And I've been out ever since trying to recuperate. As my man Wright said over here, didn't miss a check. Lincoln paid every month, just like they said it gonna pay. Didn't miss a check. Matter of fact, while I was out, these jokers got good. I started looking now, shoot, I'm getting more money now while I ain't doing nothing. So I told them jokers, I ain't coming back. Y'all just keep working, because I make more money when I ain't there. So y'all trying to tell me something, that's what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to tell me something. You out the door, get out of here. Yes, sir. That is, no, let's get back to, and then I can close. The process in the system. The process, you gotta follow it. The system, you gotta work it. Even with recruiting, what's the system for recruiting? Oh, we just did recruiting. All right, what do we do in the sales process? what is the one common thing that they taught y'all in boot camp? That, huh? That's part of it. That's it. That's the selling cycle. That if you follow the selling cycle, which goes from process, prospect. What's next? Boy, I'm gonna get on you.
What's that?
They don't know the selling cycle. Prospect, warm. Angela, that is cheating. That's cheating, Angela. Well, go ahead, sis. You don't read it. Go ahead. What's the next one?
Fact finding, the in-home questionnaire.
Okay.
Establish the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Intensify the problem.
What's that mean?
That means going through the My Final Wishes book with them.
Okay. Okay. Let's say my problem is I'm getting older and I'm thinking I'm gonna die. How you gonna intensify that?
So, you are getting older and you think that you're going to die. Do you have any insurance currently in place? Are you planning to take care of your funeral with insurance, savings, or through your relatives?
That's good, but that's not intensifying my problem. You gotta make me wanna jump up and say, write me up. So, because you done scared me to death. That's right, you gotta kill them. Gotta kill them.
Not every day with no insurance. We see it all the time.
That's right. So we gotta kill them to make them feel it in their brain so that they can say, okay, I need that. Let's do that. Now, I know all of you guys are good scholars. Y'all could go through all this stuff with your eyes blind. Eyes covered, how about that? I heard you back there laughing. So I know you can go through it like that, but however, the client buys you. The client buys you. If you stay in our demographics, then the smartest person in the house to buy insurance is you. I don't care if you just got your license yesterday. You are going to be the smartest person in the house that knows about insurance. So even if you get some people say, well, you know, I got 2 or 3 doctors and so and so and so and so, and your question should be, and what does that have to do with insurance? So you're always going to be on the protected side. So now we got the selling cycle out the way, and we're going to get our commission, and what happens to the process? It starts all over again. It starts all over again. So that system is been working since Dr. Wilson was doing it, because it's real simple. You don't go no place without a prospect. If you got nobody to see, you ain't got nowhere to go. Now, I had a group of team that was knocking on doors. And we were having a meeting like this, and they said they knock on doors, knock on doors. Other people said they couldn't get no leads. They don't know what they're doing. So I told my door knockers, y'all just created a whole mess. He said, what you talking about? I said, when I was coming down here to Florence, every house I passed had a door. So if you're knocking on doors, you ain't got, just go out. I didn't see no houses that didn't have a door, so if there's a door in a house, you go knock the door. So you ain't no such thing as they waiting on me, because they're not. They don't have a lead. They waiting on you to knock on the door. They tell you, I thought something, it ain't gonna be right. But you're gonna knock on the door, and that's gonna get their actions up. All right, how much time I got?
You good.
All right, the last thing, when I tell you guys about the process, We are a faith-based organization. And we talk about the process and the system. It depends on faith. You got to have belief. Now, I told my team just last night, the whole team, we can say all of this stuff, and they know all of this stuff. You know what the question I asked them? Mm-mm.
The question is, what was your question to her?
To them.
Do we believe?
Hmm?
Do we believe?
They said they believe.
No.
They said they got faith.
Will we do it?
Huh?
Then will we do it? Will we do what we say we believe?
That's pretty close to what I told them. If you got all this faith, and you got all this belief, you got all this knowledge, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? Because the system didn't change, the leads don't change, the process doesn't change. The only person that changes in this system is you. So if you got the faith and you got the belief that you can do it, God's got you, why are you doing it? Now, that question is for each one of you, and what you need to do is get the mirror. Get the mirror. The mirror is telling you where the problem is. The mirror is telling you where the problem is. If you look in the mirror and you see the same thing that's standing out here, then you're in problem. You got to do this business with an idea of what's going to happen in the future. Y'all gave y'all goals for a month, year, some of you got a couple years. That's what you see yourself doing in the future. Now, the important thing is it words or do you really believe it? Because if you really believe it, you're gonna show it. Nobody has to wake you up. Nobody has to call you to get on the conference call and whatever deal. If you believe it, you put blinders on and you move forward with haste, because that, you are the person that's gonna make the difference. So all y'all go home and look in the mirror. I know all you women got mirrors in your purse. Look in the mirror and see what you see. And when you look at it, that mirror is going to be honest with you. You can fool everybody in here, but you can't fool that mirror. If you're happy, the mirror going to say you're happy, going to show you're happy. If you lying, the mirror going to tell you you're lying. So the whole thing is, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm trying to get you to understand is, you got to really want it. You got to believe in it. You can't, Frankie, you already know, you can't be a taxi driver and do this business. You can't do anything, really, outside of this business if you're going to grow big. Because this business takes your time. Your agents take your time. Sometimes it takes your time. You sacrifice your family to get to a level. Now, if you ask me, at this juncture, is it necessary? It was all good. It was all necessary. It was necessary, and I don't have any regrets about it. Because now it's just little simple stuff like I get my grandson, and he's been to places that most people hadn't been to. His mind is different because he is being exposed. So in order for us to get better, guess what we got to do? We got to get exposed. We got to get exposed. and we got to let everybody know. No more secret agents, all right? 007, nope. No secret agent. Let everybody know what you're doing. Brad is doing a great job with the videos. Roy's pulling the meeting together. Dari's got stuff going all over the place. Get involved. Trust your leader. Trust your leader. That being said, no questions, I'm done.
Y'all got questions? First time you heard this voice.
When you started, two things.
Yeah.
When you started your business, and in comparison to now, what's your biggest inspiration keeping you driving, keeping you going? When you first started in the Good Lincoln and compare it to now.
Okay, when I started in the business, I told y'all we were broke. We were break. That's a little bit lower than broke. So we started in the business, we were break. My whole purpose for getting in the business was to create income so I could pay my bills. I had to pay the bills. I had a wife, kids, and no money. Now, how far does that go? No money and all the bills. So, in the beginning, my why was my family. And make them. Now, at this level in the business, my why is my grands. My why is to leave a legacy. Now, you may not never know me, but my intention is to leave a legacy, so whenever you hear it, then you're gonna say, I saw him. So my purpose now isn't the same purpose as when I started. Now, every one of you should have been asked what your why is. What's your why? Because if you tell me your why is your family and you ain't working, your family ain't your why. Because if you're not working and you know your family needs to pay the bills and you decide you're not gonna work, it don't tell me a whole lot, but you care about your family. Other people have other whys. But you gotta identify your why, work at your why by creating a plan. Now, all of this means nothing without mindset and focus. Focus. Many careers have been dissolved, taken down, because they could not maintain focus. That happens, focus is going to take you around because we have lives, don't we? Life takes over at some point. I never thought in a million years a great athlete like I was and all that kind of stuff that I'm going to be the way I am now. That never crossed my mind. So things happen in life. How you adjust is how you make the difference. The problem is not the problem. It's just a situation. How you handle the problem is what's going to happen, because you could create a worse problem or you can handle the problem and get rid of it. So y'all gotta stay tight, right? Anything else? Did you have another one?
I guess you already told us to answer this question, right? As those going to work thing. But somebody just got their license.
Mm-hmm.
Just got contract. What would you tell that person to give them that? Just give them a negative.
See, that's the part of the process. If you just got licensed and need to find out what your why is, And while we're getting your why, we need to see how we're going to game plan your why. It goes back to what we said before. If you just got your license, what's the next step? Boot camp. After that is a live meeting, someplace, some kind of way. You want to keep them in a live meeting. So if you establish in them what your expectations are, we got 3 days field training, and if you got it in 3 days, we're gonna let you go on your own. Now, you're gonna be able to tell what a stud is or a studette is because they gonna wanna get rid of them 3 training sales as quick as possible because they wanna get to the what? When I started at A.L. Williams. When I started at A.L. Williams, we had to give up. Now, y'all think y'all got it easy. A.L. Williams, we had to come in, get them our warm market, they work our warm market, they get the money. So I know I have 3, so I called a meeting at my house. All her sisters came. I got them 3 out that night, and I went on my own because I was ready. I didn't need to continue to keep giving them business. I need to make money for my family. So I did all mine in one night, and the rest is history. I could have stayed, but I need to move. I need to move. Yep, that's it.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Well, Roy, you know I'm getting almost close to that 75 now. So when I get 75, I probably won't even know your name for real.
Y'all put your hands together. Griff. And that's why I needed his insight because he said exactly what I was thinking, but I didn't tell y'all the right way. It was the why. But y'all put your hands together, Senior Director, Mr. Dari Spurgeon. I believe you running the show today. Everybody got their notepads, Dari, so make them draw it out. Make them draw it out.
Okay, do it on the, gotcha. Good to,
Oh, let me see if I got the...
good to see everybody. How's everybody doing? Good. And Geraldine Caldwell, great to see you, Geraldine. Glad you're doing better. Geraldine came into business rocking and rolling just like everybody else. And once she locked in, it was lights out. She took not only our team to another level, but the whole group when she saw things, people saw what was going on. Because God lined up some great things. The month that Geraldine wrote 32,000 in business, guess what? It was the first Friday that Bobby Diggs came to.
All right.
And he saw that and said, hold on. She was in Legal Shield. People can do this. He said, okay, I think this is it right here. So it's amazing what Geraldine, not only just right here. I always tell people this thing is bigger than you. Bigger than you. And Tawana right here was the first agent, one of the first people I recruited into the business. And I'm going to tell a little bit when I do the training on recruiting about the first meeting. But Tawana was one of the first people that came. I took off up to Gaffney. I didn't know what to do. I just said, let's go talk to some people. That was field training there. So, but now Tawana's written over $1 million in business. So give them a hand too as well. And everybody, thank you for the prayers. We done had a rough month this month. My father got sick first of the month, then Tashana's father. Yesterday, it wasn't looking good. He had a 50-50 chance, but things are looking a lot better right now. He's going to do another surgery today, so keep Tashana in your prayers. So, but Roy asked me to talk about recruiting, and I'm just going to get right into it. Recruiting, you got to always be, if you want to expand, you got to always be talking to new people. You got to be putting it out there, putting the opportunity out there. Some people, and everybody, don't prejudge anybody. That's the first thing on recruiting. Do not prejudge anybody. Because the person you think go blow it up, you're going to say they know everybody, they can do it, they probably won't do nothing. And the person you least expect to do it, they go take off running into business. So let me tell you why you want to recruit. If you're not adding, if you were looking to build a team and build an agency, if you're not adding people to your team every single month, you actually going backwards. Everybody follow me on that? Your business is going backwards. What's going to add new production and go to new levels is adding new people. And I'm from here in Greenville. Jesse Jackson grew up in this area around here. Y'all heard Jesse Jackson? Put a rhyme together like you do. To go new places, you got to see some new faces. You can't grow with the same people. You got to continuously add people to your team. And it brings excitement. Everybody, new blood is the lifeblood of your business. When new people are coming on, they're the lifeblood of the business. And you got to get great in recruiting, at pointing and to other things and other people. Don't think you have to do it all yourself. Let me tell you, when I first got started in the business, I told you I knew nothing about final expense and Lincoln Heritage, nothing about insurance. But Mr. Griffin been in insurance 30 years at the time. He knew everything about it. So all I had to do was bring them to him. He do the talking, and I recruit the people. Everybody follow me on that? So let me tell you the first thing you got to do. This is what I did when I first got started in business. If you're looking to build a team and build an agency, first thing was making 100 name list of everybody you know, a minimum of 100 people. I pulled out my cell phone, Tony, and I went through people and I wrote down, it took me about 15 minutes. I wrote down 140 people in there. I didn't know if they would go do it. I didn't know if they wasn't go do it. I wasn't trying to be, I just went 140 people. And within the first 45 days in the business, I called all of them. I called all of them. So let's say, I called Tawana. She was one of my call. And let me tell you, from doing that, the first meeting we did in Greenville, when Mr. Griffin and Mr. Hawkins came to Greenville, was at a restaurant. I had 13 people from our team at that very first meeting. And I knew nothing about Lincoln Heritage final expense. I just called people up excited. I called up Tawana, ring, ring. Hey, Tawana, what's up? You doing all right? Hey, what's been going on?
Oh, man, Blockbuster shut down.
No, they were shut down? Oh, my goodness. Well, look here, I ain't going to hold you. I'm in a hurry, but I think I got something. It's in the insurance business, and they paying residual income. And guess what? They give us people to sell to as well. We ain't even got to go to friends and family. They give us people to sell to. We're going to have a meeting coming up. I'll tell you about it when it's coming up, okay? All right. Hey, I'm going to text you over some information, but I'll call you back and let you know we got something going on. You think you something interested in? Okay, I'll give you a hop. Look here, that's about all I can tell her. We got some residual income, and they go give us some people to sell to. We don't have to go to friends and family. That's all I knew. And a lot of times, the less you know, the better. Because if you throw up on somebody, they get too much information, they may lock down. So that's the first thing you got to do is make you a 100 name list. Call up everybody. Don't worry about if they say no. You say, you mind if I keep you informed? I'll let you know how things are going. Everybody got me on that. So that's the first thing you got to do in talking. So when you call to introduce the business to someone, I want to give you some things. We got a bunch of tools in place now. Y'all list these down. Got 9 things that you can give to people to pique their interest and tell them about the opportunity. Like I said, you got to get good at passing things out. Because if we got our website, spurgeongroup.com, that's designed for recruiting. It'll take me 30, 45 minutes to explain everything about Lincoln to somebody one-on-one. But I can give that website to 100 people in less than an hour. Everybody follow me on that? So let me give you a list of things to give to people as a pre-exposure. Number 1, spurgeongroup.com. That's our team website. Second thing, Lincoln Heritage has some brochures at the home office designed for recruiting that you can give out to people that you're telling about the business. You get 100 of them for $25. I encourage you to order some of those. You're serious on recruiting and want to do it and build an agency, get those. Second, our Facebook page, facebook.com/Spurgeon Group. People love to see the culture, to see that there's training. They see y'all on there from going out in the field. They say, oh, I'm going to have some support. And y'all give it up for Brad. He and Tori work together on our Facebook and social media. People watch that. They want to see it. Now, in these days, if it's on social media, it's official. It's official. So you want to make sure that you send that to people. Like one gentleman, Tashana, recruited just last week. I got a follow-up call with him when I leave here. She sent him over our Facebook page. He saw that. He said, I want to take a look. Then we got him on the webinar. Everybody see how that works? It's a process. Other thing, the 5-minute money overview. If y'all hadn't gotten that lately, we sent that out. It's a 5-minute teaser video that's animated that tells about how we get paid in final expense. You can text that right over to somebody. Next, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday night, we have the live recruiting webinar. I did it last night. It's at 8:27 p.m. And I would encourage you, all this team, at least one night per week to everybody get on to say, hey, Sunday night gonna be our night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, whatever night. But that's where you invite somebody would say, take a look, it's 30 minutes, it's gonna tell you about what we do, and you go hear from somebody that's making a multiple 6-figure income. Mr. Diggs does it sometimes, Chris Shaw does it sometimes, Kevin Tyler in New Jersey, whoever it may be. But that Zoom link is lhlwebinar.com, www.lhlwebinar.com. And that's every Sunday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night at 8:27 p.m. The 6-figure ring earner book. We have that digital. Y'all know we have the booklet that HIG puts out with all the 6-figure ring earners. Everybody remember this. This is a rule on recruiting. You got to get great at telling stories. You got to get great at telling stories. And that book is full of stories because somebody's story is going to catch you. Because let me tell you, Mr. Griffin made millions of dollars. Him and Hawkins in insurance and Brad Lucas, he done made millions. When I saw this, I said, they're supposed to make money. They're supposed to make money. But guess what got me, Roy? When I went down to Sumter one day and they had a gentleman training. He started this business when he was 23 years old. At that time, he was 30 years old. He said, I've been in the business 7 years. He said, whether I get out of bed or not this year, he said, I'm going to make $100,000. He said, I think I might start recruiting this year. I said, you got to be kidding me. This joker right here, he couldn't even talk that good. But that story, and you go remember those stories forever. So you got to get good at sharing stories. So the background, I can go through the whole room and I can tell what everybody's background is. Because that's what y'all notice when I talk to somebody, I say, what you used to do before this? So then when I run into somebody else, I'm going to say, guess what? I work with somebody else. They used to do what you do. Now they take a look at this. Cleta may not even be started with us yet, brand new, but she looking at this too, and she do what you do. Guess what? Somebody said, people at least nosy and want to take a look. So you got to get good at sharing stories. Not lies, now stories. So you don't tell they're making $1 billion a year. You tell the accurate stuff right there. Get good at telling stories. But those are some things to send to people, to text to people, to tell them about the business. So I'm going to try to draw up here. I might not draw the whole baseball diamond like we did on PowerPoint the other day. But we're going to get the step. After you got a prospect, and everybody, you should be adding, you got to have prospects. You should be adding at least one new person to your list every day that you're recruiting into the business. 20 to 30 new people every single month. You got to keep adding people to your list. Y'all ever go out to a restaurant and the waiter or waitress, they seem like they are real good at what they do and they love it? That's somebody to talk to. How many of y'all give your card to somebody? You got to ask them. Now, let me tell you the question to ask them. Let's say, Shayla, waitress at the restaurant. She did a good job. Now, if Shayla's the waitress at the restaurant and she like the lunchroom lady, and she just walk up to the table with a pad and say, you probably don't want to try to recruit that person. That's an order taker. When she give you the whole lineup, yeah, today's special, boom, 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 boom. Hey, at the end of the meal, hey, excuse me, let me ask you this. How long you been here?
10 years.
Really? You in management or? No. You're not? Okay, well, you seem like, let me ask you this. I don't know if you're interested, but I got an insurance agency and we're expanding here in the area. Do you keep your career options open?
Sure, yes, sir.
You do? Mm-hmm. Well, I know you're working now. Jot your number down, and I'll text you over some information, then I'll call you one day. When you off again?
I'll be off in 2 days.
2 days? So Sunday? Mm-hmm. I'll call you Sunday evening if that's good right there. Okay. All right. Y'all, that's the magic question. My company's expanding here in the area. Are you keeping your career options open? Guess what most people go say? Yeah. So it's opening. They go say yeah. You exchange information. Now, this ain't the time to throw up. You don't want to do this right here. Hey, we got a webinar tonight. It's going to be 30 minutes. You're going to hear from somebody making millions of dollars. They going to tell you how we get leads. We got residual. We got insurance. I've been doing it for a long time. We go to people's houses. Now, you don't probably no problem going to people's houses, do?
No.
You don't do all that in the middle of the restaurant, aisle 3 at Walmart, over at Macy's. We just trying to get the contact and the fortunes in the follow-up. So you got to get prospects, and you got to have something to track your prospects. I got all mine on a Keep app on my phone, listed out prospects I need to follow up with. You got to be intentional on recruiting. Whenever I got to drive somewhere, let's say when I go to Macon, Georgia, Roy, that's a 3.5 hour drive. The same way we have a route in the field. Brad will tell you, he ride with me. I got a list of people that I'm calling the whole way while I'm driving. I got appointment time set up on the road. I got a 3:30. I got a 4:50. You got to be intentional on calling back. Everybody follow me on that. So you got prospects. Second thing, after when you get a prospect, you give them some information. Text them the website. Text them the Facebook page. Just something to tease them, to give them a little bit of information. And next step is we want to get them to a bigger, more thorough presentation, like the 30-minute recorded overview, the live webinar. So I'm going to call Shayla back on Sunday. I'm going to call Shayla back. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Shayla, how you doing? Good. This is Dari from the restaurant. You have a good weekend?
I did.
Okay, good. Well, I know you told me you wanted to take a look at what we were doing. Now, you serious about that?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what we do, did you get to glance at the website I text to you?
I skimmed over it.
Okay, anything jump out at you?
I seen it was a group, like a family that I was interested in.
Yeah. Well, we support each other. We help people, brand new people, because we got a lot of people been in a while. We definitely believe in that. So you want to see a little more information on it?
Sure, I know.
Okay. Well, matter of fact, tonight is Sunday. We got a special 30-minute live webinar. Will you be able to be on your cell phone or tablet or computer at 8:30?
I can.
You can? Let me tell you what it's going to tell you. It's going to tell you how we get paid, what kind of work we do, and how to get started. And then afterwards, we can see what you like the best. And if you got any questions, we'll take you to the next step, okay? Okay. All right. You going to be on your computer or tablet?
My phone.
On your phone, okay. Make sure you put your name up on your Zoom. It's going to be on Zoom. Shayla, then put your last initial. And then it'll go off at about 9 o'clock. I give you a call back to see what you thought about it, okay? You see how I set it all up. What if I told her about Lincoln? Nothing. Because if I tell her everything, guess what she gonna do? Not get on there. So I'm inviting her. On the follow-up, I'm inviting her to a live presentation. Maybe not live, but Zoom or the recorded 30-minute overview where she can get the full picture. Now, when Shayla's on the webinar, the next step is a 3-way phone call. When I call her at 9 after the webinar, I want to have a 3-way phone call. So I got Shayla on the Zoom. I'm going to text 3 people. I'm going to text Geraldine. I'm going to text Mr. Griffin. I'm going to text Roy. Hey, are you available for a 3-way phone call after the webinar? And which one of them text me back first and say, yes, they're available, that's who I'm going to have lined up for 3. You cannot count on one person. Y'all ever text me for 3-way? And I said, well, I got 3. And then it's going to be one right after that. Because after every Zoom, I'm on there for 2, 3, 4, 3-way calls after every Zoom. So you got to line up somebody for that 3-way. So now, the Zoom is over. I'm on the Zoom, so I know Shayla on there. Okay? So you got to be on there with your person. You don't want to be guessing. So now, the Zoom is over. Roy said he's good for a 3-way. So I'm going to call up Shayla. Ring, ring. Hey, Shayla. Hey, that was good, wasn't it? Hey, good. Well, hey, I'm glad you got on. Hey, Shayla, let me ask you this. Everybody, this is the next question. What did you like best about what you saw on the webinar? Hold on one second. Do not ask anybody what they thought. That's the worst thing to ask. Don't ask them what they thought. What did you like best about what you saw on the webinar?
The money I can make.
The money. You know what? Me too. When they showed me how that money paid, I said, look here, I'm in. Hey, any questions you have on anything? Or any more information you want to look at?
What I need to do.
Well, the next step, Shayla, is I'm going to introduce you over the phone to my manager. His name is Mr. Smalls. Now, this gentleman, let me tell you about it. He used to own his own business. He made great money doing vending, but he didn't have the residual. He wanted to make more money and have residual, so he had time freedom. He is helping me to build my business. I'm going to introduce you to him over the phone, and he going to share with you the next steps, okay? And you notice, did I ask her? I don't want to say, do you want to talk to my manager? Don't ask him. I told her this is what we go do. You got to lead. And let me tell you everything to get in your language. The next step is. All right, Shay. Next step, I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Smalls. I'm going to get him on. So I'm going to call up Mr. Smalls. Ring, ring.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Mr. Smalls. Okay. Now, while we on hold, I'm going to give him the rundown on Shayla. Everybody follow me on that? I don't want to put them together, then click together and say, hey, Mr. Smalls, I got Shayla on. And then do that face. Shayla, don't do all that. Because that can be embarrassing. If I'm telling about how he owned another apartment complex now and doing all that. I told all about Mr. Smalls. And then when I get Mr. Smalls, I'm going to give him the rundown on Shayla. Do it separate. So practice your 3-way call. You don't want to get on there with your prospect. Oh, thank God, we all 3 on here. Don't do that. That sounds like you don't sound like you ain't never did it before. Hey, Ms. Smalls. Hey, okay, I have Shayla on. She just got off the webinar. She's a waitress over at Applebee's. Says she's been there 10 years. And I asked her if she was looking for career options. She said, yeah, she got on the webinar. I asked her what she liked best. She said she liked that money she can make. So let's invite her to the next meeting that's coming up. Okay. Now, I gave him the rundown, told her what she do. Now I'm going to click them together. Hello, Shayla? Hello. Okay. I have Mr. Smalls on the line. I'll tell you about Mr. Smalls. This is Shayla. There. Hold on one minute, too. What did I call him? What did I call her? Shayla. Last name for the expert, first name. We got to build up the expert. I don't want to say, yo, this is my boy JR. That's look like he's just a regular old person. But you got to build up. When I put people on the phone, I call him Griff, but I don't do that with a person. I say, this is Mr. Griffin. Everybody follow me? So now, Roy's going to take over, and when I connect them together, Ms. Smalls, this is Shayla, Shayla's Ms. Smalls, guess what I do? Be quiet. Don't say nothing else. You don't want to say anything else unless Mr. Smalls asks you. If he asks you to say something, I'm not allowed to say anything else. He go take over. He go invite and do everything from there. So any questions on any of that? Everybody good? And we do that process over and over and over. And guess what most people go do? Say no. A lot of them won't get on. But we keep just doing it to more people, and you find who's willing. If you get 20 new prospects per month, that's 240 per year. Do you think you're going to recruit somebody? Between them looking at the website, Facebook page, the money overview, getting on the webinar, coming to a live meeting, somebody is going to join. But you just got to get good at pointing. How long did it take me to get Shayla's phone number at the restaurant?
30 seconds.
How long did it take me to call her to tell her to get on the webinar? So it don't take long. It's better to say, let me tell you the guy, Griff, you remember Carl? He the guy that introduced me to Lincoln. Let me tell you what he told me to say. Well, I asked him, I said, I'm looking for some individual insurance to sell. He said, well, I got a company where we can write up people with cancer and they'll pay you the next day. I think I asked him the name of it. He didn't know. He didn't know the name of the company. But he knew he could write somebody with cancer, they pay you the next day. I said, well, I'll take a look at it. So what does that mean? It's more of a numbers game than trying to get it perfect. It's better to say less to a lot of people than a lot to a few people. Because sometimes we get that person we think gonna be good. Let me tell you, and I'm gonna close out. In recruiting, you gotta poke people to see if they bleed, not poke them till they bleed. Sometimes we get that one person and we're like, they gonna be good, they can do it. Look at John ain't doing nothing. John just go stay broke. He don't wanna do it. Let him stay over there at the job. Get to somebody who's looking to do it. Go through the numbers. Everybody follow me on that. And do the process over and over. But when you build it, a team, you want to go team leader, right? We got to get you 8 writing agents on your team. 8 people on your team that are writing business. It's going to take you 15, 16 total people on your team. Total. And then your team is consecutively go do that 40,000 in production 3 consecutive months in a row. But it's those simple steps right there. And then, of course, the ultimate thing is a live event. That's when we have our live meeting, the monthly meeting. And everybody, last rule of thumb in recruiting, you do not have an agent until they've been to the live meeting. If they have not been to the live agent orientation meeting, you do not have an agent. They are not a real agent. It's eventually they falling out. Because let me tell you how you get in Lincoln. You sign the contract and say, I'm in. Guess how you get out of Lincoln? I'm out. Y'all done had people quit? So guess what? You got to get people locked in. When they get around people, How did you feel when you came to the first live meeting? When Mr. Griffin, they came to Greenville, showed me Lincoln, I said, look good. But until I went to Sumter and saw the full group of people, everybody, don't forsake the assembly. When I first went to and saw all those people in Sumter, when I went to my first big meeting, they done had a maniac on their hand ever since then. My wife said, well, that's a fool right there. So get people to the live meeting. That's the ultimate thing. So any questions before we close out? Anything else to touch on, Roy? That's good. But get good at pointing. Get good at telling stories. I tell Geraldine's story all the time. Because when someone tells me they love the residual, I tell Geraldine's story. I say, well, let me tell you, residual is important. I say, you ever had life hit? Guess what everybody say? Yes. I said, life go hit. But when you got residual in life hit, money still come in. I said, I've got a young lady, Miss Caldwell in Newberry. She worked hard for 3 years, built up a $6,000 a month residual check. Then she had a bad car wreck and couldn't work full time for 5 years. But working part-time, 20 hours a week, she still maintained a 6-figure annual income because she had that residual check. You got to get good at sharing stories. You see how that come out good right there, Vontae? You first you got to tell yours good. You know, we went over there at the last meeting. We don't want nobody to come up at the meeting no more and say, I don't know what I'm supposed to say. So everybody got to get good at sharing your story, then get good at telling other people's story. When I get people in front of Mr. Smalls and at Prospect see him, they think he coming in on a Spike Lee float. I say he came in, wrote some business, made 6 figures, flipped his money. Now he got his own apartment complex. Now he's making 6 figures, 2 different areas right there. Guess what they say? Wow, that's him. At the meeting, when you go introduce to somebody, if I'm gonna introduce somebody to Mr. Smalls and I'm talking to Angela, I say, hey, that's Mr. Smalls I'm gonna tell you about. I don't wanna do this. Hey, Roy, don't do that. I want Angela, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna come here and introduce you to Mr. Smalls. Y'all see how that works? That's building up the expert. So, any questions on it? All right, well, let's build this big. Let's pack out the meetings. Managers, you already in management, your team, you got to monitor it by how many people are showing up at the meetings. That's showing your growth right there. And Cleta, I'm going to keep pushing you. I'm going to keep pushing you. I'm going to keep pushing her. Or she go tell me to leave her alone one. It's one of them. Geraldine, you keep pushing on that side. I'm going to push on this side. Roy, you pushing until she tell us to leave her alone. So, hey, appreciate everybody. Good to see everybody too.
2, 3. Boo. That was weak, brother. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Cheese! There they go. Good job.
All right.